Ay, I can't lose. I can't lose. Either way, this all gets, it's time to choose. I can't lose. I might cruise. God help me get it from the mud, no excuse.
Oh man, I ain't even understand. I ain't even here chan. I ain't even know the ran loss made me a warrior, man.
Now, most of the podcast itinerary is, heavily NBA, Michael Jordan, correct? So I'm gonna add an impromptu segment, right? We can do this in 7 minutes, right?
Okay.
We're gonna give predictions for our college football teams if they play their full upcoming schedule. All right. I need to know what you guys think your team is going to do. All right. So here, I'm pulling up college football schedule 2020 Notre Dame. All right, here we go. Notre Dame. You don't have to study it too much or anything. So here we go. I'll give you the game. You tell me if it's a win or a loss.
Okay.
Game 1, Navy.
Win.
Game 2, Arkansas.
Win.
Game 3, Western Michigan.
Win.
Game 4, Wake Forest.
Win.
Game 5, at Wisconsin.
So that was supposed to be at Green Bay, actually, at Lambeau.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was.
We're 4-0 right now.
I want to give them the W. I'm going to add them the W.
All right. Stanford at Notre Dame.
Dub.
Notre Dame at Pittsburgh.
For some reason, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to piss me off, but dub.
Yeah. Duke at Notre Dame.
Dub.
Clemson at Notre Dame.
L. I want to say dub so bad, but yeah, dub. L.
Notre Dame at Georgia Tech.
Dub.
Louisville at Notre Dame.
Dub.
And Notre Dame at USC.
I'm going to say L there.
So 10-2? Is that what we're doing? Is that
10-2?
10-2.
And they get knocked out of the college football playoff on the final weekend.
On the final weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see who the Gators are playing. All right. Game 1 against Miami Penitentiary for Eastern Washington.
W, bro.
Kentucky.
W.
South Florida.
South Florida?
Yeah. Oh, South Alabama. Excuse me. South Alabama. My bad.
W.
At Tennessee.
W.
I'll say this much. I probably will have Tennessee losing to Florida, but I will say this much. Playing Eastern Washington, Kentucky, and South Alabama before a big road game like that is probably not the best. You're probably going to wish that you've actually faced somebody before that match. All right. South Carolina at Florida.
Oh, that's a W.
LSU at Florida.
That's a W. They've lost everyone, bro.
Yeah, Florida. We watched every one of them get drafted. We said that.
No, even last year though, I try to tell we played them the toughest. I know the score looks like we lost by. It doesn't look. It says we lost by 14 or I forgot 14 or 21. But
yeah,
we played them tough the whole, at least for 3 quarters, bro. But yeah, no, we're gonna beat LSU this year. And it's at home, right?
Yes, it's at home. Yeah, Florida at Ole Miss.
No, that's a W.
Georgia technically Georgia, Florida's.
Yeah. But that's gonna be our toughest matchup.
So I assume that if you have them beaten Georgia, you probably have them undefeated.
That's it, yeah. And I was gonna tell you that before you even wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Put it this way. This is our best season in a while for us. 1, to make the college playoff, and then 2, just to make it to the championship. We'll meet Alabama into the SEC. Unless you guys do something miraculous, but we'll beat Alabama, and that's it, man.
I'm gonna say
I don't know who Florida's losing to. With that
South Carolina game. That South Carolina game gonna be the one that's gonna give you blood pressure. That's gonna have your blood pressure high. You might win it, but for 3.5 quarters, you're gonna be sitting there pissed off like, bro, where's Trask? Where's Trask?
I've been I've actually been on this campaign for, I think Florida will be more of a threat on offense if Emory was the starting quarterback.
This is the thing, man. You guys do not have a running game. Like, and all the recruits, that have been running backs that were supposed to go to Florida are not going to Florida. So I'm hoping that they grab somebody.
I mean, he went to TCU, the one guy that we were kind of trying to get, but
Yeah,
that's fine. We've
All
always
right.
been by committee for a while, though.
it's gonna be tough.
Speaking of losing running backs, Notre Dame lost a running back to Clemson. That the kid said Notre Dame recruited him more than Clemson did. Like they were more in his, like calling him, trying to get in home, Zoom calls, everything, and he still went to Clemson.
All
Anyway,
right.
I'll give you Tennessee.
So, my apologies to our special guest Loso, as we forgot to finish off his schedule and and have a nice little infographic with their schedule with his prediction. However, Florida didn't have a nice infographic like Notre Dame and Tennessee, so I guess everything works together in the end. Step it up, Florida.
Okay,
All right, so they start off the season with Charlotte.
that's a W.
Then they go to Oklahoma.
Which is a game that we will be attending if you're willing. I'm going to Norman, bro. That's not far. That's 5-hour drive.
If you don't even know if they'll have fans in the stands. Come
They're going to have one fan in the stand. That's going to be me. I don't care if you got to sit 3 seats away.
All right, so Tennessee, Oklahoma.
That's going to be that's going to be we'll see what this team is made of. I got us taking the L in this game. However, I think that we take like an L that is like a hell of a football game L. Like I think that you're gonna see like, okay, Tennessee's not, nothing to mess with type game.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll say win.
Florida.
That's a W. That's a W this year. And I'll tell you why. Because we played Oklahoma already. Because we got Florida coming in after they've mollywopped 3 teams that they had no business being on the field with. And it's at home. And I'm just the way we're owning Florida in recruiting right now, I just think it's gonna like
You guys will be Tennessee again. Once kickoff starts, bro.
it's very possible. But for my predictions, I'm taking the W because I'm telling you, we're gonna beat Florida or Georgia this year. One of those games we're gonna win. I'm gonna go with the home game.
You have
Just
to go
for
Georgia.
prediction.
It's more likely that you would beat Georgia, though.
If it was at home, I would say that if they were both at home. But since it's at Georgia, but I'll tell you this much. Okay, we'll keep going. We're gonna beat Florida. Yeah.
So wait. Are we gonna put a wager on this?
Yeah, we can make a wager. Not these Loso wagers though, where he bets flights and like hundreds of dollars and like. But we can make a wager.
But you're saying that's a trap game for us.
I think it is. I think it's not a trap game because let's be honest, it's Tennessee, Florida, right? Every year you play us. Lately, 14 out of the last 15 years, I think you beat us. I think it's 14 out of 15. So it's like I'm not naive to that. But what I'm saying is that it's just Florida.
And in a couple of years in a row, it's been like one touchdown games.
Yeah. There's been a lot. Yeah, there's been close games. Yeah. And there's a couple years, obviously the freaking Felipe Franks Hail Mary. Oh, my gosh. He plays for Arkansas now, too. They might beat you guys with Felipe Franks. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take a L. I'm going to take a win over Florida.
Okay. All right. Missouri.
At home, yeah, that's a win.
South Carolina.
I think that's a win, too.
Home to Bama.
I can't pick us over Alabama yet, man. I don't know why. But honestly, though, I might take a win over Alabama over Florida. We're not going to win both of those games, I don't think. I don't think you see Tennessee at 7-1.
Tennessee actually has a tough schedule, bro.
Man, this is an easy schedule compared to normal.
Yeah, compared to normal, but I guess I'm putting it in light of ours, but
right. The only reason it's a tough schedule is because 1, Oklahoma, and 2, we play Alabama every year. But, usually we always play Alabama and another team from the West. And, lately it's been Auburn, LSU, Texas A&M, teams that are actually good. This year, luckily, we get Arkansas. So, I'll take an L to Alabama.
Speaking of Arkansas.
We win on the road against Arkansas.
Home to Kentucky.
We beat Kentucky.
Road Georgia.
Take an L to Georgia.
Home Troy.
Beat Troy and beat Vanderbilt. So, I got us
10-2? Or
No,
9-1?
no. Oklahoma, Alabama, and Georgia. But I'll tell you this much. I feel like we clearly are going to beat everybody except Florida, Georgia, Bama, and Oklahoma. There's 4 games there that I feel like we could get 2 of them. But we might not get any of them. I think 8-4 is like the bot. Like if we don't finish 8-4 at the lowest, like it's a failure of a year.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a make or break year for Pruitt. Like if he doesn't get, if he's got to show a lot of improvement this year.
We returned 19 starters. We went 6-0 the last 6 games last year and won our bowl game. So like the only people we lost were a wide receiver, a defensive end, and a linebacker. So that's the only 3 starters that we lost. I mean, who knows though? It's freaking Tennessee, bro. We could lose freaking Charlotte and Furman and all that, and then turn around and beat Alabama. It's freaking Tennessee.
Yeah.
So when you edit this, put a little logos beside our names with our records. So since you're in your editing bag, make that the thumbnail, clip it down. We're good to go.
We'll see what I can do. Oh God, don't remind me.
I can't lose. I can't lose. Either way, this all gets, it's time to choose. I can't lose. I might grow. I help me get it from the mud, no excuse.
Oh man, I ain't even understand. I ain't even here 10.